Guys, we are in the Hebrew Bible classes. The name of our group is the regulars because they are always regulars. Always regular. So we are in the book of Genesis. We are studying it in great detail and a great depth. And today we have reached to Toldot of Adam. That is from Genesis 5:1 to Genesis 6:8. So this is the regulars Hebrew Bible classes. We thank the Lord for such a beautiful PPT. I tried. Let's see. So what is a Toldot? Before I move to the next slide, who can answer me?
Generations.
Generations.
Okay.
Generation.
Okay, generations. Okay, very good. So yes. So what's a Toldot? It's a it's called generation. So Toldot is a Hebrew word commonly translated as generations. Moses primarily functioned as the compiler of Genesis. So if you look at the book of Genesis, there is no author mentioned there. Okay. But in general, the Jews attribute Moses to be the author of the Torah. Even in the New Testament, you see Moses has been referred to be as being the author of the Torah. Okay, what all books are there in Torah?
The first four books, I think. Genesis,
First, first five.
first five.
Hmm.
Five, yeah.
Okay, Gel ND. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. Okay, this is the mnemonic I made. Gel ND. Okay, so Moses has been given this title of being the author. And if you go to the book of Exodus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, you'll see Moses is mentioned there as the author. But Genesis is the only book Moses is not mentioned there, right? But still he is attributed. Why? Because he basically compiled historical accounts, or you can say documents, as you can read the third point. You can't see a pointer, right? No, I can't put a pointer. It's okay. Genesis was compiled from 11 family documents. So Moses was an editor or a compiler. Each family document or each account. So imagine I have 11 documents in front of me and I compile all of them. It gives me the book of Bereshit. Okay. The book of in the beginning, or the book of the act of in the beginning. That's the original name. Very long. So Moses compiled all the documents, and every document begins with this line: these are the generations of. And whenever you see these are the generations of, it is the beginning of a new section. That's the heading of a new section. Also, in Hebrew, these are the generations of is denoted by two words: Ele Toldot, Eleh Toldot, Ele Toldot. So whenever you see, you get a chance to read the Hebrew text or the transliteration in English, you will see Ele Toldot, which means these are the generations of. So we have already completed first Toldot, or the first account, which was of the. Who will tell me what was the first Toldot about?
Heavens and the earth.
Heavens and
Heavens
the
and the
earth.
earth. Very good, very good. And does the Toldot tell us about the heavens and earth generally, or what does it tell us?
It tells us about what it became of.
What became of it? Very good. So it's not just an account of what is heaven and earth or how was it made, but eventually what happened to it. Okay. So in the creation account, God blessed three times, but in the first Toldot, God curses three. Curse, there are three curses as well. So what eventually happened, we see it down the line in a Toldot. Toldot. It's a tongue twister. So our next slide, let's go there. So first Toldot of heavens and earth, and second is of Adam
Adam.
from 5 to 1. And first Toldot starts from Genesis 2:4. Before that, you have the creation account. So okay, so I have here for you the second Toldot. We'll just read it in a while. So okay, so what is the difference between the first and the second Toldot? So can anyone read this first Toldot for me? It's right there on the screen.
Mhm. These are the generations of the heavens and of the earth when they were created, in the day that Jehovah God made earth and heaven.
Okay, you see, these are the generations of, or Ele Toldot of the heavens and of the earth. Okay, and this is the second Toldot. Please read it.
This is the book of the generations of Adam. In the day that God created man, in the likeness of God made he him. Male and female created he them, and blessed them, and called their name Adam, in the day when they were created.
Okay, so what do you notice? Do you see the verse 1 and 2 actually is a summary? This has
Hmm.
already happened in chapter 2 and 3, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
basically, 5, 1 and 2 gives the summary of the first one.
Hmm.
Okay, so now I have a brain scratching task for you. You tell me you have read both the second and the first Toldot as Vishwas read it. Now tell me what's the difference in between. Spot the difference. Those who know, uh, can keep quiet. Maybe let the new
Okay.
ones try. Spot the difference in the second and the first Toldot. Maybe Arnav can try. It's right there in front of you. What's the difference? So both are the beginning of a new family document. The first one is on your right. The second one is on your left.
इधर टेक्स्ट में टेक्स्ट का डिफरेंस राइट
Yeah, text difference right
मैंने
there.
इमेज पे जूम कर रखा ना
Oh, okay.
भाई
That's
गेम नहीं खेल रहे भाई गेम नहीं खेल रहे थे
ओके ओके सॉरी
वो कीड़ा थोड़ा टेढ़ा है उस पहले वाले.
Okay, these are the generations of the heaven and the earth when they were created in the day that Jehovah made earth and heaven, in the day that God created man in the likeness.
So everyone can
Okay,
answer.
हाँ ठीक है तो फर्स्ट वाले में he is telling about कि he made the earth and the land, and then second में he is telling about he made the governor or the controller of land जो land के ऊपर authority रखता है Adam.
No, you're wrong. Okay, let's give chance to others. So good try. But you'll be surprised when you see the differences. So right there, it's just a difference of a word. Okay, yeah. मरिए दोनों में difference क्या है? दोनों पैराग्राफ अलग कैसे? Maybe Josephine, Shani, Shanika, Roshini, Shada. Okay, I'll help you out. I know Vishwas and Navneet know.
Hmm.
Okay, so you read it. This is the book of the generations of Adam. In the first Toldot, the word book is not there. These are the generations of the heaven and the earth. But it says this is the book of the generations of Adam. Right, Arnav? So when we read it in English, we just skip it. We don't notice it. But it is actually a very beautiful difference. It points to someone. Let us see. So what's the difference? The difference is of Sefer, or Sefer means a book. So, book, the Hebrew word for book is Sefer, and it is the first mention of the word book in the book of Genesis. Okay, where it is Genesis 5:1. You have the mention of the first mention of the word book. So Genesis is a book. Genesis is a book जहाँ पे बहुत सारे words first mentioned. बहुत सारे अलग अलग क्योंकि that's the first book. So Sefer is more accurately or more precisely a scroll. If you really want to be literal, or you can also call it a book. But more of it's a scroll. Okay. So what does Sefer Tell us. Okay. You see that second में book Sefer mentioned है, first में book या Sefer नहीं लिखा. What does it tell us? Remember, I explained you what is a Toldot, right? It's the beginning of a new document or a new book or a new record. So what does it tell us? It's just basically an evidence of what I'm already speaking. That indeed book of Genesis was not written as a whole book continuously, but rather they were different documents. That is why second Toldot says this is the book of the generations of Adam. So
can i
whichever family, what I mean,
can I speak
yeah,
about
please,
this?
please.
Okay, so this literally says ki and tells us that Moses was the compiler of the Torah, the five books, and these
Mhm.
were 11 different documents.
Yes.
So when we read the book of when there is it is mentioned, this is the book of the generations of Adam, and the second verse we read, this is the generations of. So while we read the verse, the book of the generation, it was the beginning, एडम वाले की जनरेशंस की, दैट इज द
Hmm.
बिगिनिंग, एंड ये बिल्कुल डिफरेंट टाइम पे डिफरेंट
Different,
लिखी
yeah,
हुई बुक
different
है.
document था. So
यस.
whosoever
यस.
recorded it, whichever family or person that was, he started it
यस.
as being a book. Okay. Yes, sir.
हाँ जी.
तो जब भी मतलब दे स्टार्ट अ न्यू टोल्ड तो हमेशा बुक मेंशन करते हैं वो?
No, that's what I'm coming to.
No, no,
It's
no,
the
no.
only Toldot जहाँ पे book mentioned.
Okay.
Every others, every other Toldot is without the word sefer. It is the only
And
one
the,
with sefer. It's a there's a reason why it's यहाँ
yes,
पे
yes.
क्यों mentioned है. There's a reason. I'll show you. Wait, we're coming to that.
मैथ्यू है.
हाँ जी.
Hold it back, guys. Don't give spoilers. Okay.
I'll stay quiet.
अब नहीं देने लगी थी हाँ. Okay. So sefer tells us that they were indeed different documents and they were compiled. Because if someone is writing a whole book, he won't mention, okay, again, this is a book. No. All the LA Toldots are different documents. Okay. Okay, beauty of the word. Firstly, do you notice something here?
Yes.
What do you notice?
The book.
Leave the text.
The book of
Focus
the
on the
book.
photo.
Child is
Shraddha.
born.
Oh, what is this, Shraddha?
Jesus Christ.
You know who made this painting?
श्रद्धा दीदी.
Shraddha. Yeah.
Oh,
So it's a little appreciation and please keep making it for the Lord. They'll push you, okay? So it's very beautiful. Looks like from Google, right? इसको पता नहीं लगा कि it's handmade. It looks AI. Okay. So why only the Toldot of Adam mentions the word book? Why only this one? This is the word. Okay. Why only this? There's a reason to it. Okay. Who was Adam? Was he the first Adam or the last Adam?
फर्स्ट एडम.
first Adam.
First Adam. So
Sorry.
you will be surprised to know that the only other place in the Bible where this language is used, this is the book of the generation of. Okay. So Adam is the first Adam and it is used for him. And logically, for whom it should be used, if it's used for the first Adam, so it should also be used for
The last.
the last Adam. And this is exactly what happened in Matthew 1:1. The book of the genealogy of Jesus Christ, the Son of God. So only in the whole Bible, these are the only two places you find and you see a logical connection being the first and the last Adam. See how beautiful the Bible is. That is why I labeled it as beauty of the word. So we'll keep having such sections of the beauty of the word. Okay. The book of
Amen.
the genealogy or the Sefer of Jesus Christ. First and the last Adam. Also, I would like to add here, because of the first Adam, sin entered the world, but the last Adam redeemed us. Through one man, sin entered, but also through one man, the man Jesus, humanity is redeemed. Amen. Okay,
Amen.
so let's come to our first verse, Genesis 5:1. Okay.
Why can I speak? Why can I speak?
Yes, Sherry, please.
Why, when you say last Adam, you are talking about Jesus.
Yes, the Bible mentions him as the last one.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yes. Enough. Chalo,
Understood.
who will
Thank
be my
you.
reader? Welcome, bhai. Who will be the reader?
I.
Okay.
Um,
Okay, just tell me, मेरी वॉइस अभी ज्यादा क्लियर है कि मैं फोन पे पर माइक ऑन करके विच इज मोर क्लियर? Is this wait, is this more clear?
ये ज़्यादा क्लियर है.
It's better, right?
हाँ हाँ, इट्स बेटर.
फोन वाला ठीक है भैया.
इट्स
है
बेटर.
ना? ये लैपटॉप पे रिकॉर्ड हो रहा होगा, राइट? उसमें है ना?
हाँ हाँ, जा रहा है.
लाइक ओके ओके, दैट्स गुड. मेरा भी फोन वो बन गया ना, कैम. ओके. सो ओके, who'll be the reader? कौन पढ़ेगा?
मैं
Okay, I'll read it. I'll tell you to
हाँ
read the
ठीक है
verse if it's okay. So Genesis 5, 1 and 2 gives a summary of the first Toldot, जैसे मैंने बताई दी already, जो कि फर्स्ट Toldot में हुआ है उसकी समरी दी गई है सेकंड Toldot के स्टार्टिंग में। लैपटॉप पे साइट तो म्यूट नहीं कर रखी। साइट, विच साइट?
क्रोम पेज जो आपने खोल रखी है।
जैसे जो अगर आपने गूगल मीट की साइट को म्यूट कर रखा है तो वो कैप्चर नहीं करेगा
हाँ
ऑडियो।
नो बट मैं टैब का माइक ही ऑन रखता हूँ ना हमेशा। अब फोन का कर दिया तो हो रहा है रिकॉर्ड।
ठीक है,
मैं एक बार चेक कर
मतलब
लेता हूँ लाइव में बोलो।
नो इट्स अनलिस्टेड।
फिर ठीक होगा। अगर हर बार यही करते हो तो ठीक है।
हर बार आई यूज टैब्स
हाँ
माइक्रोफोन।
हाँ ठीक है ठीक
थोड़ा
है।
एको एको हो रहा है राइट, बिकॉज मेरे टैब का ना साउंड आ रहा है बाहर। कैन आई डिस्कनेक्ट ऑडियो फ्रॉम माय टैब, इज इट पॉसिबल?
नहीं शायद से फिर ऑडियो कैसे आएगा।
ओ आई हैव ईयरफोन्स, वेट वेट आई विल पुट ईयरफोन्स इन द, ताकि साउंड चले जाए उसका। वेट वेट, या अब सही है? नो अब सही
हाँ
नहीं है। हेलो, माइक चेक।
हाँ ठीक
आप
है
सही,
ठीक है।
अब सही ना? हाँ ठीक। So okay, so Genesis 5:1-2 gives a summary of the first Toldot, जो हमने पढ़ी लिया है कि क्या क्या था समरी में, एक बार देख लेते हैं। Okay, this is the book of the generation of Adam. In the day that God created man, in the likeness of God he made him. We read it starting में है ना, male and female created he them and blessed them and called their name Adam. In the day when they were created. What was the day when they were created? Adam and Eve was the sixth day. Yes, very good. It explains that when God created mankind, he made man in his own likeness. Just keep this point in mind, it will help you later. Since humanity was originally created in God's image in the earlier Toldot, this chapter focuses on how that image is continued further through the generations. Okay. 5:2 also summarizes the first Toldot by stating that God created them male and female. So अभी Pride Month चल रहा है, so we should remember God only created male and female. Okay, God blessed them as part of the Edenic covenant and called their name Adam. But in this context, if you go here and bless them and call their name Adam. So you see, called their name, plural, Adam, singular. So यहाँ पे humanity को in general एडम काइंड बोला जा रहा है, ह्यूमैनिटी और मैन काइंड। यस, एडम का नाम एडम है, बट यहाँ पे ह्यूमन काइंड को डिनोट करा जा रहा है। इन दिस कॉन्टेक्स्ट एडम इज नॉट यूज्ड एज द प्रॉपर नेम ऑफ द फर्स्ट मैन, बट इज यूज्ड एज अ जेनेरिक sense to refer to humanity or mankind. Therefore, although they were two individuals, male and female, God called their collective name Adam. So हम है आदमी जात, है ना, हम बोलते हैं एडम काइंड। This took place on the day they were created, which was the sixth day. Okay, so we come to verse 3. We have done 1 and 2. Very good. Genealogy of the seed line. So what do you understand by seed line? कौन बताएगा मुझे? जो राजमा की सीड से होगा? हाँ?
Genesis 3:15.
Okay, it goes back to there also. God spoke that the seed of the woman will, crush the head of the seed of the of Satan, right? But okay, that's fine. But what is happening here? Why Seth is called the seed son?
मे बी बिकॉज अगर हम सेथ वाज द सन जिसकी अगर हम जीनियोलॉजी ट्रेस करें तो वी रीच टू द मसाया।
Okay, but you're going forward. I want you to go back. What happened before Seth?
Abel was killed.
Very good. Abel was killed. So Abel was supposed to continue the line, but in place of him, okay, so Seth will now continue the line or the seed line. That is why Seth was the seed son. Let's read it. Okay, so you understand that Abel was killed, right? So now Seth will continue the line in place of him. Okay, Genesis 5:3. And Adam lived. Okay, कौन पढ़ेगा verses आगे?
And Adam lived 130 years and begat a son in his own likeness, after his image, and called his name Seth. And the days of Adam and he begat Seth were 800 years, and he begat sons and daughters. And all the days that Adam lived were 930 years, and he died.
Okay, what is something unusual that you notice in Genesis 5:3? Just the first verse. If you have read the creation account thoroughly or by heart, you would notice something strange here.
His own likeness, I noticed.
Hmm. Okay, Avneet, what do you notice? Please explain.
That it is written कि Adam lived 130 years and he begat a son in his own likeness
Oh,
after his
okay.
image
Okay.
and called his name Seth.
Why is it atpata? Why is it ajib?
हाँ, क्योंकि
Why is it
क्योंकि
unusual?
क्योंकि
Simply
गॉड ने हमें अपनी लाइकनेस में बनाया
yes,
एंड
yes,
फिर एडम का जो
Okay.
सन था वो उसकी
yes.
लाइकनेस में हुआ.
So God
Hmm.
created man in his own image. But यहाँ पे क्या बोल रहा है? Son पैदा हुआ Adam की likeness
एडम
में.
की लाइकनेस में.
Something seems different,
हाँ
but
जी.
it is not different, but it is rather pointing or telling us something. That though Seth obviously had God's image, God's image, we are all made in God's image. Okay, that's a different thing. But it is telling you something that now, because of the sin nature of Adam, the sin which they did, now जो बच्चा पैदा हो रहा है, जो seed आ रहा है, it is now it now has the weak nature of the man. That is why it says in the own likeness of Adam. It's showing that now the kids are also inheriting the weak nature or the frailty of man. Yes, God's nature is there, but now you can see the effects of sin, that the son who is born is in the image of the father. And okay, so we read this. Genesis 5:3 begins by mentioning Adam's age at the birth of the promised seed line. So when Seth was born, Adam was 130 years old when Seth was born. In this passage, the name Adam is used as the personal name of the first man rather than as a general term for humanity. जो पहले हुआ था verse 2 में, यहाँ पे Adam के लिए use करा गया directly. Seth is described as being born in Adam's likeness and image. Okay. The text states that Adam had a son not in the image of God, but in the likeness and the image of Adam, because man is now born inheriting Adam's fallen nature. You see how minutely Bible points you to big things. Humanity still bears the image of God, as I said, but now also carries Adam's fallen nature because of sin. Okay, who was Cain's wife? My next question. Alien? Because you see, बहुत से लोग आपसे क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे, कोई भी पूछ लेगा, एक ऐरा गैरा चलता रोड पे भी पूछ लेगा, अरे भाई मतलब ठीक है, गॉड तो ठीक है, बट केन की वाइफ कहाँ से आई, है ना? वहां पे तो अगर वो फर्स्ट बच्चा पैदा हुआ केन, है ना, तो उसको पास वाइफ कहाँ से आई, है ना? ये
सिस्टर
क्वेश्चन
सिस्टर
पूछा जाएगा आपसे.
Sibling, yeah,
सिबलिंग सिस्टर ना उसकी.
ओके, टेल.
मतलब
sibling हो
उस
सकती है
टाइम
या
पे
तो जैसे
बेसिकली गॉड ने
उसमें
मतलब अलाउड थी कि एक ही उसमें फैमिली या फिर सिबलिंग्स में मैरिज होना.
ओके, ओके, सो
Law of
या
Allowed
Moses
by
took
God.
it was cool कि you
वेरी गुड
can get
अवनीत.
married.
सो
Hmm.
only in the when the law of Moses came, उसी में this was a prohibition. Until then it was not prohibited to marry in your family, or so Cain married his sister, definitely. So let's see where that sister came from, because people will say but the Bible doesn't mention it, है ना? But it does mention. Let's see. So was it an alien, or God made another woman secretly? No, God did not make another woman secretly. Normally, after Seth was born, Adam lived another 800 years and had additional sons and daughters. It is mentioned as we have read it. Verse 5, you see it? And the days of Adam, he begat Seth. Okay, and the days of Adam after he begat Seth were 800 years, and he begat sons and daughters. Okay, so जब Seth पैदा हुआ, Adam कितने साल का था? 130 years, right? It says in
हम्म.
the first verse.
हम्म.
But ऑब्वियसली उसके और भी बच्चे पैदा हुए जब उस लाइफ स्पैन में 130 के बाद, एंड जब वो 800 साल तक का हुआ, राइट? एंड द डेज ऑफ एडम आफ्टर ही बिगैट सेथ वर 830 800 years. तो उस टाइमलाइन में उसके और भी सन्स एंड डॉटर्स पैदा हुए. सो उन्हीं में से केन की वाइफ उन्हीं में से थी. ओके, सो इफ समवन आस्क्स यू नेक्स्ट, asks you some point in future, you speak from this verse, Genesis 5:5. Okay, Genesis 5:5.
Bhai, can I ask something?
Yes, sure.
Okay, so my question is, I saw read about this as well. Okay, he married his sister, obviously. So what that read was about, के the first command God gave Adam and Eve was to be fruitful, right? And to multiply. So is it possible कि जिससे वो उसने शादी की, is it possible कि वो उससे पहले ही पैदा हो चुकी थी? Like God commanded them to be fruitful and to multiply. So is it possible कि वो उससे पहले ही पैदा हो
On
चुकी थी?
wife was.
Yeah.
No, no, Cain was born first. No, if you go to Cain's account when he was born, it says in Genesis chapter 2 how Cain was born.
No,
No,
so is it possible कि मतलब
not
Cain
possible. No,
was
the
the first?
Bible
Not
says
possible.
who
Okay,
was
okay.
the first child? Cain, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right here. See, uh, I don't know if I pasted that verse or not, but obviously in Genesis 2 we read it, right? Who was the first child?
Yeah.
Cain. Then Cain, then
Cain.
Abel. So only in Genesis 5:5 we see the mentioning of other sons and daughters. Okay.
Okay, understood. When Eve said in Genesis 4:1
So
that I have
yes.
gotten a man with the help of Yahweh.
No, no, not that. That was for Cain. I'm not talking about that. You read it here. It's very simple. See.
किधर है भाई?
Genesis. Wait. Genesis 5:5. You see the second verse. He begat sons and
हाँ.
daughters. So जब आदम 130 साल का था तब सेत पैदा हुआ. तो जो भी उसकी वाइफ एंड ऑल पैदा हुए वो 130 के बाद ही पैदा हुए.
अच्छा, okay, now I understand.
ना? So
I
and the
thought कि
days of
ऐसा
Adam.
पहले से हुआ होगा पैदा.
केन से पहले तो नहीं होता ना, उससे बाद ही है obviously.
हाँ, उसके बाद obviously.
Okay.
भैया
भाई ये तो बहुत डीप स्टडी है यार.
शहरी भैया के बात से क्वेश्चन, वो जो गॉड ने उन्हें बोला था, वो इट मतलब वो ब्लेसिंग दिया था या फिर कमांड किया था, बी फ्रूटफुल एंड प्रोड्यूस?
There was a command actually to
कमांड था.
कमांड।
subdue
कमांड.
the, yes, yes, to
ओके,
yes, yes.
थैंक
नहीं,
यू।
गॉड ने ऐसा नहीं बोला था ना कि I bless you to be fruitful and multiply. God said कि be fruitful and multiply. That's what he
Mm-hmm.
said.
Okay.
भाई देखो, ऐसे ऐसी स्टडी करा रहे हो आप, काम छोड़ छोड़ के जो है मेरे को क्वेश्चन पूछने पड़ रहे
Good. This is the word of God. Amen. So now you know the answer who was Cain's wife. You know it. Genesis
हैं.
5:5.
या भाई. यस भाई. थैंक यू.
Okay. Genesis 5:5. Okay, we didn't read this, right? So this indicates that Adam and Eve had more children besides the three sons specifically mentioned in Genesis. Okay. So who are mentioned? Cain, Abel, and Seth. But they also had other sons and daughters. Okay. Because Adam lived another 800 years and had additional sons and daughters. So why, till the time Cain was growing up, और भी उसके बच्चे पैदा हुए, तो उन्हीं में से they populated that definitely. This was the plan of God. You can't say oh marriage में same family में कैसे, वो तो अब का rule है ना. It only came in the Mosaic law. Before that, that's how God gave the method. In that dispensation, God gave this rule, or this was the method of God to replenish the earth. This also explains the origin of Cain's wife, since the other sons and daughters had already been born. Genesis 5:5 records that Adam lived a total of 930 years. The passage concludes with the statement, and he died, showing the consequences of Adam's sin. So he died. Now we come to Seth, Genesis 5:6 and 8. Records Seth's age at the birth of the next seed line. तो सेथ का बच्चा कौन पैदा हुआ है? सीड लाइन चल रही है. Seth was 105 years old when Enosh was born. Okay, so the name Seth means appointed or foundation. After the birth of Enosh, Seth lived another 807 years and had other sons and daughters. Okay, तो सेत का बच्चा कौन? इनोश.
Enosh.
अब ना इनोश के बारे में पढ़ते हैं. इनोश lived 90 years and begat Kenan. And Enosh lived after he begat Kenan 815 years. कितने लंबी चीज थे लोग है ना? And begat sons and daughters and all. The days of Enosh were 905 and he died. Everyone is dying. Consequence of sin. Okay. Genesis 5:9 records Enosh's age at the birth of the next seed line son. Enosh was 90 years old when Canaan was born. So you can write it as Seth, Enosh, Canaan. Okay. The name Enosh means frailty or humanity in its weakness. That's the meaning of Enosh. So as Avneet mentioned few days ago, that you know probably the name Enosh was given because the humans were seeing the frailty now, the consequences of sin, that human is dying now. After the birth of Canaan, Enosh lived another 815 years. अपनी family के साथ रहा वो and had other sons and daughters. In Genesis 5:11 states that Enosh lived a total of 905 years. The passage concludes with the words, and he died. Okay, he also died. Canaan. किसी को कोई doubt before we move forward? Because I'm thinking to stop here because I'm just having a migraine attack right now. I'm not able to focus actually.
कोई नहीं अभी रुक जाते हैं थोड़ी
Someone
देर
wants to ask something? Any doubts? Because I'll stop here, huh?
हाँ.
हाँ जी, हाँ जी, हाँ।
Okay. कोई बात नहीं कर रहा. No doubts. Okay. Anyone else? Man is appointed mortal. The blessed God shall come down teaching. His death shall bring the despairing rest. भाई ये मेंशन करेगा बाद बाद में. कौन मेंशन करेगा? Definitely God sent his son to preach the good news. Amen. Hello Shari. So I didn't understand you, Arush. उससे पहले we go into doubts, we'll end the session on the live. Thank you guys for joining in, and this was it for today. We'll continue in the next session. Bye, take care. Please share this video and subscribe. And if you love the studies, bye.